watch some of the nation's finest square off on the gridiron. What we have in store today, a clash between a pair of squads from the American. As we'll see, the UAB Blazers taking on the Navy Midshipmen. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Blazers will kick it away to start. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Navy Midshipmen will go on offense first to start this game. And Jesse, they've got a running back that they'd love to feature in this if he is able to answer the challenge.
Yeah, and listen, this guy might not be a Heisman finalist, but he can break off long runs. And this defense, David, they better be ready. They better pack a lunch, show up today, and try to get hats to the football. Because if you come out here with your B game, he can run all over you.
And it's important for this offense, too, because they need to have balance on offense. They need the ground game to get going. He's capable. He's shown flashes. We just want to see it consistently.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Reading the option, it's Horvath. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
Navy now facing 3rd and short. Gets the back moving. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Every offensive coordinator in the country, they come in the game, they have a script. They have a couple plays they want to go through to get their team settled in, get down and get in good 3rd down situations, execute on 3rd down. Nice start on this opening drive by the offense.
They'll run the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
The option football is about responsibility, but I can't give up my hand. I can't show them really quickly and make it easy on them. Good job by the defense, staying patient, defending all the options, stringing it out, making a nice play.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Trying play action. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Midshipmen looking for a chunk play on 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Horvath. Here's the pressure. Catch in the middle, it's Howard. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big 3rd down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
Navy will have to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. So UAB's offense will have its first possession of the game. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing, proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
He'll pull it on the read. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
I'll tell you, you do not see a lot of big men with the ability to run like that defensive end did right there. The offense trying to trick him, trying to get the quarterback to the perimeter of the field, but just big man chasing down little man and getting to him quickly. That was impressive.
A huge third down here in the brigade from the Naval Academy, letting this offense hear it. Fires to the wideout. He makes a catch. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
To the air, it's Kitna. Quick completion on the out route. And he's brought down after a nice game.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding. I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football, and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
They'll run play action. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, UAB. The defense just lost track of him. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they closed the deal from 43 yards out with a touchdown pass. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Bryant. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. They tried to get the defense going the wrong way with the counter, but nothing doing.
Aggressive defense, attacking defense. You want to hit them with those counters, but it wasn't successful in this play. Defensive line, linebackers, everybody's dialed in. They see what's going on. They diagnose it, go downhill, hit them right in the middle of the field.
One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets it to the 14.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Navy now in trouble here on 3rd and long. To throw, it's Horvat. Bringing the heat. Lets it go. And they're not on the same page there.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Navy will have to punt it away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Oh, he he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on second down. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB, because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
The full force, the full-throated roar of the brigade, helping this Navy defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. He's got it. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Gain of 28. And that's a first down for the offense.
The quarter comes to a close, and UAB is on top. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. Handoff to the lone back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job at contained by this defense, and in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic, and that's exactly what happened there.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Finds his big tight end. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Back to throw, it's Kitna. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. And the holder will put it down on the left hash, a 34-yard attempt coming. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And now the lead is even bigger. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Oh, he's got some space. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets him up to the 24.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Navy comes to the line facing second and short. Off play action. He lost one down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
I love how alert the defense is on that one, guys, because it's second and short on your opponent's side of the field. Everyone's thinking it's going to be run. They go play action, but nobody was fooled in the back end. Everybody doing a great job in coverage, and that's what forced the incompletion.
Give to the fullback. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped.
Well, how about that play call? Third down, turn it around, hand it big fella, your fullback, and he does the work to get the first.
Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. They'll run the option. Now the toss. Still on his feet at the 40. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it.
So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. And some room to work. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
A third down try for the offense. To the air. It's Horvath. Throws to the wideout. Pulls it in. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
And you just wonder now, is that the play that's finally going to wake this offense up? They've been sluggish throughout the entire first half, but could that be the thing that finally just gives them a little bit of a jolt and leads them to scoring some points here before this half is over?
They'll give it to the back. Makes a man miss.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
The midshipman could get really aggressive here on second and short. On the option. And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a first down.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
On the play. Brings up second down.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Motion from the back. The give to the fullback. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. They've got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this third and long from the 20. Looking to throw, it's Horvath. Dumps it to the back. Makes the grab on the left. Touchdown, Navy! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards. And they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Takes a handoff. It's Jackson. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. The screen, and watch out. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And the Blazers get it past the sticks.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. The Blazers will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Kitna. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the first down.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field, and nowadays you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
And the Blazers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Got it in the middle. It's Milner. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down.
All right, 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Annapolis. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this 2nd half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys on the hallowed grounds of the U.S. Naval Academy.
Navy will kick it deep to get the 2nd half underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the 2nd half. And early in the 3rd quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
The Blazers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass, it's Kitna. Got a man, it's Brown. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Quarterbacks love receivers that can do damage once they have the football in his hands. No doubt there. Easy slant, completion, and then let your receiver go make hay once he has the ball.
A huge third down here in the brigade from the Naval Academy, letting this offense hear it. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Yeah, no mystery there. 3rd down, just let the quarterback keep it himself. How about the push up front by the offensive line to help get that first?
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. A running back has it. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And he's tackled.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They go to the ground. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
He'll set up to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Ferguson. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion, whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long, you're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Kick is in the air. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Here comes the option. The pitch. Looking for room at the 40. There he goes. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Navy, after that huge run, might just try to run it right at him again. Reading the option, it's Horvat. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
Makes the grab. It touches him. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
The midshipmen come to the line facing 3rd and short. Give to the big fullback. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Offense facing.
Let's be honest, Reese. Like, the only time the fullback gets the football is usually in short yardage situations, and the defense was locked in. You got to try to get penetration with that defensive line. They did a good job of it. Nowhere to go with the football for the big fella.
They kick it away on 4th down. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. He's got an open man. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down.
At the 44. And a 1st down for the offense.
Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Off the play fake. Lets it fly. Makes a grab at the 25, and there's room. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
1st down for the offense.
It's one thing to get that huge play. Now you got to cash it in with 6. 1st and 10 from the 24. Looking for a man. It's Kitna. He's got the tight end. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. Talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen.
UAB 10.
Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Draw play, quarterback keeps it. Makes a stop in the backfield, he'll lose 4. The full-throated roar of the brigade helping this Navy defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. Looking to get it in. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
Gain of 18.
Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, UAB.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Getting set for the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Bryant. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. With the catch, it's Reynolds. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on first and 10. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. On the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
The offense thought they had a good look to run that play into with the QB, but there's just an example of a defender winning his one-on-one battle and making a tremendous play. Great effort by that guy.
Navy needs to come up with a big play on 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Horvath. Pulls it in. It's Kent. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And when you're trailing by a couple possessions in the 4th quarter, you can't do much of this much more. I mean, this offense has to find a way to attack the sidelines, the middle of the field, deep down the field. It can't be the little dink and dunk. This offense has got to find some explosive plays.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Makes a grab past the marker. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these first downs, move quick, don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Looking downfield on first down. It's caught. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
And on a corner route like that, the ball has got to come out quickly. That football is going to travel a long distance, so you got to get it out quick. You got to put enough air under the football so your receiver can locate it. Nice job executing between those two.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Finds his big tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He'll keep it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And how about the aggressiveness of this defense? I love this. Don't let him get to the sideline. Kept the ball in the middle of the field, went after the quarterback right away like some missiles and got him on the ground.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Looking to throw, it's Horvath. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's third down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the first down on third down.
First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give him a finish. The give to the fullback. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, midshipman.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
PAT unit on the field. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer to a drive there of 84 yards, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Nice move there. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. A huge third down here in the brigade from the Naval Academy, letting this offense hear it. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. He's not going to get there, and this defense really needed a stop like that.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
And the Blazers line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll send the back in motion. Back to pass, it's Horvath. Got his man on the right. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. He wants a big play here late. Makes the grab on the right. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. To the air on first down. Unleashes one. It's caught downfield. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.